Hey everybody, it's Chief Meteorologist Steve Templeton. You'll hear us use these terms freezing rain and sleet from time to time. So what is that? What's the difference? How does it form? Well, sleet are little ice pellets. You'll hear them ting, ting, ting off of the roof of a car or off of a house. But freezing rain is just liquid. It's really just rain. But when it hits our below freezing ground, it freezes into a sheet of ice. It's really hard to get rid of, makes for slick travel. You usually need chemicals to melt it off. And the reason these develop is because of layers in the atmosphere, temperature layers. So typically rain hits this real deep warm layer. Sometimes in thunderstorms it starts off as snow, but it hits that warm layer, melts all the way down. It's just liquid raindrops. But with freezing rain, it starts off as snow. It hits that melting layer, and it might be 3,000, 5,000 feet above the ground. It might be, instead of 32, 40 degrees or 45 degrees. So those snowflakes melt. Well, now you have liquid drops that come down to our below freezing ground, and they freeze into that sheet of ice. Now, sleet's a little different. It also starts off, though, as a snowflake, and then it hits that melting layer. But then it has plenty of time to hit really cold air and freeze on its way down to the ground. So it refreezes into a little ice pellet. That's what sleet is, and that's why you hear that tinging sound. And of course, snow is when you don't have that warm layer aloft, and it's snowflakes from the top all the way down to the ground. Really interesting how the atmosphere is made up of these layers, and difficult to forecast at times because we don't have thermometers at 3,000, 4,000, 5,000 feet. But nonetheless, it makes for some interesting wintry weather, and that is how sleet and freezing rain develop.